You see, the people, they've clicked on this video thinking I'm going to play the ENCORE levels, and they're right. I'm going to play the ENCORE levels. But really, I just want to yak about astrophysics again.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Space video part 2, baby.
Yeah, boy.
Do you want me to elaborate on what I was talking about, like, with you right now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, basically,
Quantum mechanics says that you should subscribe to Linguini.
this is, like, true. Like, I asked the quantum entanglement myself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And it says in every single possibility, you should subscribe.
Yes. So subscribe now.
Yeah. Yep. She basically, you mentioned that we're all Stardust, right?
Yes.
Which is true.
Yes.
We are just Stardust.
Yes.
But I thought about it for a second. I was like, is that technically true? It is. But the fun thing to realize is that the sun is also Stardust.
Yes.
The sun is just made out of a previous star's Stardust.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, that's why it's called a second generation star. It's in the name.
Necromancy.
Basically, that's how stars operate. Except it's like a losing game.
Oh.
Because, like, one giant gas cloud could birth, say, like, I don't know, 10 stars.
Damn.
Those 10 stars, when they die, might only make, like, 5 more.
Oh, wow.
It's probably not that extreme. I don't exactly know the exact numbers. It would vary. Yap, 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 yap. But the point being is we lose more stars than we gain.
Oh.
And, you know, universe is dying. XD.
XD.
But anyway, so then I pointed out the fact that, like, because of the sun's formation, which formed from, you know, a big supernova of a different star, the sun's formation actually burned away, like, the gas cloud, or, like, blew it away because of solar winds and the fucking star forming. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
It's like a large thing that happens occasionally, you know.
Flaming ball.
So yeah, because the sun, like, happened, it actually burned away the big guy, like, a lot of gas around it. So the solar system is in a surprisingly barren area of space.
Whoa, whoa.
Like, there is fuck all around us, relatively speaking. Like, if you were to look at the rest of the Milky Way, there's a lot more stuff nearby because of the sun existing. Except we're in a not barren part of space because we're in the Milky Way galaxy, and galaxies are, you know, the way galaxies formed. You're just enjoying this, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So the way the galaxies form is basically right at the beginning of the universe. We think there were very, very, very small deviations in the density of the universe, and then the less dense bits became nothing, and the more dense bits became galaxies. So galaxies have more shit in them. No, revolutionary. Who would have thought galaxies have more than nothing in them?
Oh my god.
So anyway, like, our solar system has less stuff in it than the rest of the galaxy, but compared to nothing, like you know, the emptiness of space, we have so much stuff. You know, it's actually very convenient. I literally just saw Vsauce's, like, really old video on this topic. I don't know why I watched it again, because they bang.
They bang.
But something we have, like, I think it's like the biggest vacuum we'd ever made as of Vsauce making this video in the early 2010s was about 100 particles per cubic centimeter. That's 100. That's pretty good. The solar system, like the space in the solar system, is about 10. And I think the space, once you go, like, just outside the solar system, is 1 per cubic centimeter, 1 single particle, which is there's not a whole lot.
No.
For comparison, there's like several, like, quintillion on Earth. I think it's like quadrillion, quintillion, big number.
Oh.
Once you go into intergalactic space, it drops to 1 particle per cubic meter. Do you know how big a cubic meter is? 1 cubic meter of water weighs a ton. That's like, yeah. So there's 1 single particle in that entire area. Not like molecule, no, particle. Like an electron. Or like, also, you can do this apparently. You can just leave.
You can just leave.
Those little gas chambers, like, this isn't physics. those little gas chambers, you can just kind of like leave and you'll still get
Oh, you still got the heat resistance?
kind of.
Why?
It only happens if you seem to like break the glass and run out. It's weird. Anyway, yeah, I thought that's pretty cool. That our universe, like our solar system, is like actually in a surprisingly empty part of space until you actually look closer. Wow, all my health is gone.
Yep.
Until you look, don't pull me up. Thank you. Yeah, until you look closer and realize actually, yeah, because look. Oh, huh. It works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes.
I don't think it's gonna do it again.
It does do it
Oh,
again.
never mind.
So yeah, I was like, oh, that's interesting. That's cool. And then Kynan, I remember Kynan, I you know, kind of saw the first video. I was like, why didn't you mention vacuum decay? So I was like, okay, sure, I'll mention that one because of that video.
Hell
I
yeah.
think that's how you say it. I'm not German. So vacuum decay, if I remember correctly, is a whole fucky wucky that happens with quantum tunneling. Speaking of quantum tunneling is really interesting. Anyway, yeah, it's a thing that happens with quantum tunneling, where like the universe kind of just shits itself, and everything like a vacuum of nothing, like, you know, like the vacuum of space starts to decay. It's been a really long time since I watched this video, so if I'm getting everything wrong, my bad. But basically, the universe shits itself, and like just everything dies. Like a giant vacuum of nothing consumes the universe at the speed of light, which is really slow. The speed of light is really fucking slow.
Damn, okay.
Like comedically slow. Like
Okay.
the only reason faster than light, you know, we're on the speed of light right now. The only reason we would ever be able to travel to different solar systems is if we could travel at light speed or close. Well, you can't travel at light speed, but close to it, basically. Because as it might take like 1,000,000 light years to go between these two places, but if you're traveling close to light speed, it's almost like time slows down around you, relativity bullshit. And basically, I need to like kind of lock in. Hang on. These guys are they're still fast. Yeah, I can't talk and fight those guys at the same time.
That's sad.
But basically, it's like if you're moving at or close to light speeds, time like slows down, like you experience time slower. I mentioned this last time, but that is how we would travel to other planets. It is the only way. I don't have a I don't have a heat meter.
No. No. Huh.
Strange. Also, why am I back here? Did I miss the checkpoint? Whatever. Interesting. Discovering bugs. We're talking about physics.
Love it.
So yeah, that's how we'd get to different solar systems. We're ignoring the fact that traveling at light relativistic speeds comes with like way many problems. But whatever.
No way.
That's for future species.
Future species?
That's for us as a future species. I did miss the checkpoint.
Oh.
How the fuck did I... Okay. Anyway, yeah. What was I gonna... Oh yeah, kind of want to talk about vacuum decay. And I mentioned vacuum decay, but what's way more interesting is the whole quantum tunneling bit. Like, something. Quantum tunneling is basically just like the universe randomly going, what if we smush these two particles together? That's a very simplified way of thinking about it.
Okay.
But basically, yeah, it's like, so, you know what fusion is, right?
Yes.
Right, two particles, they get so hot and so dense that they just smush together and make a bigger one. Quantum tunneling is basically the random chance that just happens, which is so unfathomably unlikely. It's ridiculous. Wow, I did just beat them while talking.
Nice.
Anyway, so yeah, so like, basically, there's a very tiny, eeny weeny little. What if I just do this? Do I go straight to E-1? Oh, I do. So yeah, there's a very tiny little itty bitty chance that the particles can just fuse, and that's called quantum tunneling. Again, I like quantum. If this is wrong, quantum is not my forte. That shit's like complicated. But you know, as far as I'm aware, that's like a very simplified way to think about it. Like, so basically, if everything was like dead, I punched, and I didn't get anything out of it. That's cool. But whatever. So if everything was like dead, and there's two particles in the universe, and they like, theoretically speaking, those two particles could one day meet, come into contact with each other, and just fuse to make a bigger particle. Could just happen.
Could happen.
In the freezing cold, with no pressure, zero pressure, it could just happen.
Could happen.
And that's quantum tunneling, and I'm like, that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's and what's also cool is just how like hilariously unlikely it is. It's like, it's so unlikely that I'm pretty sure like the lifespan of black holes becomes like a reasonable measurement of time. And the lifespan of black holes, if the universe has been alive for 13 billion years, black holes will be alive until the number of zeros on the universe is more than like a reasonable calculator can compute. Like they're gonna be here for a while. Like I'm talking like e to like the 70, 80. Yeah, like a long time. So yeah, like that becomes like a reasonable time span to like if you want to measure like it's like it could just, you know, it happens like occasionally. It just fucking happens, right? It's random chance. There's a lot of particles in the universe. But if you wanted to like take like a ball of particles and like quantifiably measure how many like quantum tunneling you were getting like per eon, you would have to like, you know, black hole lifespans would probably be a reasonable time frame to use.
Fair enough.
Yeah, quantum tunneling is interesting.
What interesting.
Quantum mechanics in general is just, it's basically entirely like complete horse shit, and yet it keeps working. Like quantum mechanics is literally the study of what if we just say everything is possible. What did I get shot by if I got shot by a sentry, why didn't the this game is inconsistent as fuck, who cares?
Oh well.
So anyway, quantum mechanics is basically the study of like, if we don't understand something, what if we just say everything is correct until it works? And the thing is like, again, a very oversimplified way of describing it, but it's not gone wrong yet. It's been like 100 years, and us basically saying, fuck it, what if everything's right at the same time? Works really well, and we have never found something that works this well ever. So now we're stuck in a situation where the single greatest theory of science is basically just fuck it, we ball, and we have no idea why. Like, you know, we've got relativity, which is like this very intricate way of explaining how gravity works and how time works and how space works.
Jesus.
And that shit, you know, it works. Until quantum mechanics comes along and goes, no. That's basically what it does. It shows up, and like, basically, there's been a thing, like, basically there's like the holy grail of physics. Where you would find a theory that links quantum mechanics and relativity. It's called the Holy Grail because it doesn't fucking exist, as far as we're aware.
They were able to find the Holy Grail though.
It's not a Monty Python skit.
Okay, my bad.
Like, as far as we're aware, like so far there isn't anything that can link quantum mechanics and relativity, which, you know, is funny. Because quantum mechanics is quite literally people just going, fuck it, that is crazy, that sniped me midair. I fucking hate that room. I genuinely think this room is designed poorly.
What about the one upstairs?
No, like the other, this room is probably the worst. Like, this level's cool, I like this level. This room sucks.
Aww.
Getting up here is really dumb, because there's no easy way to get up here if you like don't have the knockback. You can't really rocket ride because the shit that's going on your screen, like mannequins and anyway, this isn't that biological.
Nice.
So basically, it's like, I think there was like a theory that someone came up with. I forget who came up with it, but it was like he was trying to find out something. I forget what. What he was trying to find isn't important. I mean, it is important, but not for this.
No.
And basically, the way he found out was he took, like, someone's theory of, like, oh, this exists, basically. Like, this thing, I think it's called action, which is just a physical, like, explanation thing.
Okay.
And he smushed it with a random constant. And basically, the way he made the equation work was he just kind of changed the number in the constant until it worked. And it worked. Like, it worked. And then he had to figure out why it worked. And that was a lot harder.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, this is... Where did I die to? This level is really hard to play and talk with at the same time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he basically just like... He made this equation, it was a really good equation. It was like, holy shit, this equation is massive. It's huge, it was massive.
God damn.
And then we had to figure out why it worked. And his best answer was... Yup. It just does.
No.
He literally did the Todd Howard thing at the Bethesda conference going, yep, it just works.
No.
Trust us.
No. But it worked.
It did, yes.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I remember correctly, they did actually find out why later
good.
on. Like, but like at the time, it was just like, this works. The math says yes. I don't know why. It was literally like, it was basically, it was a lot more sophisticated than this, but it boiled down to like mashing different numbers into a calculator until you get the right answer.
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah, and this is like a frontier of physics. And a lot of quantum mechanics is kind of just like this. A lot of it is kind of just like, what if it's everything? Until we look at it and realize it's different.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yep,
Yep.
that's physics.
Physics.
That's it. You know what? Fuck you. I want to keep talking. Fuck you.
Oh.
I'm gonna like clickbait the show this video. I'm gonna be like, the encore levels. I was wrong about the encore levels, and the people are gonna come to this video and they're gonna be like, damn, physics. Jump scare,
Grr.
bitch. So yeah. Anyway, what was that about? But yeah, bullshit quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is bullshit, but it works.
It works.
It works, and like, frankly, we have no idea why it works, but it keeps working, and it has worked for 100 years, which is good.
Good.
Because like, a lot of things, we suggest like things, and they work, and then they stop working. Like Newton, we all know Newton, right?
Yeah.
Apple man. Did a bunch of things, was actually a massive arsehole, and my teachers hate him.
Right now?
No, my physics teachers in my sixth form absolutely hated Newton.
Oh.
Because they said, both of them, deadass, they both independently said Newton was a total dick.
Oh.
Because he had a massive fucking ego.
Okay.
He had a massive ego. And then there was like another guy who... There was like I don't remember the exact specific details. There was a smart guy in England, right? Did some smart things. Really deserved some notice from the physics community. And Newton was like the chair of like the Royal like Scientific Board. And as the chair of the Royal Scientific Board, he ordered an investigation into scientific misconduct, I believe, which was bullshit. And then, himself as the chair ordering the investigation was then the guy who concluded, yes, you did misconduct. It was a sham.
Oh.
Yeah, Newton's a dick.
Oh.
He was also just like really like a fat ego, just like a huge fucking ego.
I see.
Yeah. And also, all of his math is wrong. So fuck you, Newton. All of your math is wrong. Like it works until it doesn't anymore.
Oh, I see.
It's yeah, like most of physics, it works until it doesn't anymore. His physics works for like his world, like small scale stuff, right? Like he was born in the 1600s, I think.
Oh, okay.
For like, small scale things like stuff falling on Earth due to gravity, or stuff, moving because you put a force to it, right? It works. And then we figured out, hey, if we follow Newton's maths, there should be a planet between the Sun and Mercury. Because Mercury's orbit is elliptical. And we were like, well, it shouldn't be unless there's a planet in between the Sun and Mercury pulling on Mercury. And I think this was called Vulcan. It's not there. And people were like, okay, why isn't it there? And then Einstein came along with his big brain and was like, relativity. And relativity, again, that worked really well. And it still does work really well. Like it still works really well for like most of space. Most of space. But relativity breaks down under the very, very small, right, particles. So Newton's stuff breaks down when you go really, really big, and Einstein stuff breaks down when you go really, really small. So quantum mechanics is the science behind really, really, really small things, right? Basically. So that's why I mentioned earlier the Holy Grail would be relativity and quantum in one thing, because then it's the small and the big all under one thing. That fucking works for once, because it never does. But yeah, it doesn't exist. And yeah, that is like all of physics has always been wrong. But quantum mechanics is the one thing that we just, it just keeps being right. God damn it.
God damn it.
God damn it, it just keeps being right.
Grr.
This isn't even an astrophysics video, this is fucking me like bitching about quantum mechanics and how it just doesn't make any sense, but it somehow, it works. It's the rat bastard of physics.
No.
It just fucking works and it shouldn't. But it does.
It does.
It does.
It do.
It's like, to relate this to you,
What?
it's like when Freud said something really dumb for some really stupid fucking reason, but ended up happening to be correct for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
That's basically, that's probably what we're probably wrong for like some reason. Where did all my house go? Oh wait, black hole.
Oh.
Like something is got to be wrong. Something's got to be wrong with like just fuck it, we ball, everything's right until it isn't.
But
it's not.
working.
It's working and we don't know why. But we don't care because it works.
As long as it works.
As long as it
that's what
works, we
matters.
don't care. Which is why we just keep making shit up. Like new particles. Yep.
Yep.
Like this particle. Like mass. Fucking throw a particle at it. But sure, there's a particle and a whole field for mass now. Higgs boson and Higgs field. Because fuck you. Did you know that mass is actually not a thing, and it's caused by your interaction with the Higgs field? Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you.
No.
Yeah, it's weird. We just keep making up shit and just like, this doesn't make sense. How do we fix it? Quick, make up something new. That's basically what we've been doing for like the last 100 years.
There's just constant panicking of like, it doesn't work. Oh, let's make something
Wait, I can
up.
Goomba stomp on him?
Yeah.
I didn't think I could Goomba stomp on Sisyphus.
Didn't Maddie like show this off?
Yeah, but I didn't think you could do it on Prime Souls.
I swear.
I don't know, I didn't watch the whole video, I can't lie.
What?
It was like 1 minute long, that's too long for me.
Wow.
My attention span.
You don't even use YouTube Shorts that much.
I really don't.
Or TikTok.
I don't have TikTok, no.
No.
This is why I'm so big brained. I can learn out all this stuff.
Really.
Yeah.
Nice.
I still think this looks bad. You got anything you want to say to the people?
Gay.
Gay.